We're going to continue exactly where we left off. Page 159a, Kuf Nuntet Amud Aleph. I'm not going to elaborate too much about the previous classes. We're just trying to figure out, Rabbi Yehuda was asking Rabbi Abba, why did Hashem create the world? And if he knows that humans will sin and they'll have to die. And if they die, they go up to the world above, then have to come down here. And what's the whole point behind it? Why do we have to go through a system that we come down to the world, Hashem knows we're going to sin, and so forth? So, he gave yesterday a few answers that were not so sufficient, but he continues and says something funny. And we're starting with a line where it says, Aval. Aval means but. It says, Ve'amar Rabbi Abba. Rabbi Abba answered Rabbi Yehuda by saying, Aval, but in order, since you came already, you made an effort, you asked me a question, I didn't give you an answer you liked so much. What was really his answer? Don't put your nose where it doesn't belong. Don't ask questions, you're not going to get answers. The ways of Hashem are too hidden, too concealed, and too hard to understand. Why are you trying to get an answer? So he shut him up, in other words. But he told him, but since you already came, you made the effort, you paid for the bus ticket, I'll tell you something. I'll give you a little bit of the advantage or the superiority of the soul of a man compared to angels or other entities. And he says, "Umisham tireh she'im yitametz ha'adam ba'avodat kono." And from that, what you can learn from that if you or human will put effort in serving his master, lo haya muchach litom ta'amita. Then you're not going to taste the taste of death. Now, does it mean you're not going to die? Not necessarily, but also death has a certain process that it's not so nice, it's not so fun. So he says, at least you're not going to taste the taste of death. ומה שכתוב במיתה בתורה, and when it says death in the Torah, not mita bed, mita means death in the Torah, אם לא יזכה, if they don't have the merit, תהיה לו מיתה ממש, then you'll have actual death. If you merit, תהיה עינן למיתה התעלמות שיתעלם בעולמות העליונים כאליהו. And if you do have the merit, then you're not going to experience death. Rather, the death will mean that you're going to go higher and higher and higher in the worlds above. Where do we learn that it happened to somebody? Any cure? What? Any guesses? Eliyahu Navi. Eliyahu Navi worked on himself. He didn't die. He went up to Shamayim like a ballistic missile. Okay. Now where is he bringing this from? It says, Tachaz, he come and say, Ktiv, it says in the Torah, this can be found in the book of Bereshit, chapter Aleph, verse 27, Vayivra Elohim et ha'adam betzalmo, betzelem o Elohim bara oto. God has created man in his image. In the image of God, he created him. Which that already is enough to start questioning why he said it in two ways the same thing. Because it says, and God created man in his image. In his image, God created man. Saying in other words, this is very interesting, pay attention. Hainu, meaning, Shebara Kadosh Baruch Hu et ha'adam b'shte tzlamim. The Kadosh Baruch Hu created man with two images, not one image. Bet Salomo. What is Bet Salomo? How do you write it? Bet, Tzadik, Lamed, Mem, Vav. Bet Salomo. Take the Vav away, so it's Betzelem, Vav. Right? You following? Bet Salomo, in his image, is written Bet Tzadik Lamed Mem Vav, in his image. But cut the Vav, put the Vav aside, so you get one word Betzelem, in his image, Vav. Which means, in the image of Vav. Meaning that he took the image from, what's Vav? What's Vav? Vav, the numerical value of Vav is 6. What do we know of 6? The 6 kavim, the 6 lines, the 6 firot. in the world of Atzilut that is called Zeir Anpin. We talked about it the last week, the whole week. Meaning in the image of Vav. Now one can explain it in the image of the Vav, letter of Vav of Hashem. But here he's talking about Mitzad HaZeir Anpin, coming from the 6 Sfirot. What it means, B'Tselem Elokim, when he says the image of Elokim, Mitzad HaMalchut Anikret Elokim. So he took the image of the man and he created him, rooted in the Zeir Anpin, but specifically, which is Sfira in the Malchut, which is called Elokim. Uvechola hu ke'ein dugma dil elah. Saying in other words, everything that he did here is an image of the world above. So everything that we have in this world, there is a root to it in the world above. I can tell you already another thing, he's not talking about it here, but everything that we have on the land, then we have under the water. So there's a whole world under the water, and whatever we have up here, there's down there too. But on the same level, anything that we have in the world above, there's something that created compared to it here in this world. Now he explains. And before he explains, he's saying in other words, just that it will resonate better, that whatever we see in this world exists in the world above. Of course, in a different form. But it exists in the world above. It's important to know. Now he explains. Tachazi, come and see. Raza de Mila. Let me explain to you the secret of this concept. Kitlat almin itle lekucha brichu, de ihu ganis begayvaihu. There are 3 worlds that Hashem has. There's many worlds, thousands of worlds, but he says there are 3 types of worlds that the Kadosh Baruch Hu has. And he hides inside of them. Ganis begayvaihu. He hides himself in these 3 worlds. Which are these worlds? Atzilut, Bria, Ve'etzira. The world of emanation, the world of creation, and the world of formation. Saying, Al Makadama. First of all, there's the first world. Hahu ilat amira dechola. He is the supreme, or the exalted, or the high of all worlds, which is the world of Atzilut. Hanistar makol. It's hidden from all worlds. Which world is it referring to? Of course, the world of Atzilut. Dela istakel be vela ityada bebar'ihu. He didn't look at it or pondered on it, or observed on it, and didn't get anything from it but itself. I'll explain everything soon. Shehu ganuz betocho. This entire world is concealing Hashem in it. You would look into this world, you won't see Hashem in it. Ve'en mi sheyasigenu. Nobody can understand what's going on in this world. And if he says en mi sheyasigenu, means also great tzaddikim like Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and others cannot go and understand what's going on there. And for that it says in the Torah, Hanistarot laHashem Elokeinu, the hidden and the concealed is for Hashem. That's what we quoted yesterday. So saying in other words, there are 3 worlds where Hashem conceals himself in them. The first one is the world of Atzilut, the world of Bria, and the world of Yetzirah. And the first one that he's talking about is the world of Atzilut, where Hashem is concealed in the most concealed way. Nobody can understand what's going on there. Now, I want to just take a side note. We never did that publicly, but maybe it's time we should do a whole course about the 4 worlds. Nobody knows what it really means. These 4 worlds of Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah. People imagine a world above a world above a world. Maybe it's a world inside a world, inside a world, inside a world. So very much possible that the world of Atzilut is the inside, and around it another world, and around it another world, and around it another world. And really the world of Atzilut is right over here, but you don't really see it. And then the world of Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah. So we'll have to learn much more about the worlds. What does it really mean? A lot of people imagine in their mind, oh, one world is there, one world is there. It's not like that. But nevertheless, let's continue. Alma Teniana, the next world, the second world. Which is the second world? The world of Bria, the world of creation. Dehiu kashir be'udil ila. This world is connected to the world above it. And when I'm saying above it, it's not above it, above like a first floor, second floor, above in its level, above in its greatness, above in its spiritual place. It doesn't mean that it's the second floor, right? So the world of Atzilut is the highest of all, but really it can be the most inner of all, and the other worlds are around it, right? So when he says that the world of Bria is Kashir Be'ahu Alma, it's connected to this world that is above it, not above it physically, above it in its level. Now, if you remember, we went through that many times, but the way the Kadosh Baruch Hu creates the world, he uses spiritual tools. The first layer, so to say, of tools, or the first level of tools, are the letters of Lashon Kodesh. And we have 28 letters. We went through that already a few times. Most people think we have 22 letters. Then we learned that there are 27 letters because you have 5 letters that are called Mansapach. You have a Mem and a Mem Sofit. Nun, Nun Sofit, Tzadik, Tzadik Sofit, Pei, Pei Sofit, Chaf, Chaf Sofit. Right? You're aware of these. That's 27 letters. But the book of formation, or book of creation, better to call it the Sefer Yetzirah, tells us that there's another letter. And this letter is called Da'at. And that letter fell down from its place when Adam HaRishon sinned. So we're missing one letter. Just imagine how much more information we have, or we're missing because we're missing a letter. But these letters are these tools that the Kadosh Baruch Hu needs to create the world. So if you are now, we just now ordered a beautiful Aron Kodesh to the new Sefer Torah and all the Sifrei Torah, so a carpenter is building it. You know how many tools the carpenter needs? A saw, and a hammer, and nails, and a measuring tape, and some other thing to carve the beautiful design that is going to be here, and a screwdriver, and a paintbrush. And he's building a beautiful Aron Kodesh. Same thing, the Kadosh Baruch Hu also needs a bunch of tools. He needs an Aleph, he needs a Bet, he needs a Gimel. That's the way how to form everything. In the world of Atzilut, nothing has a form or a shape or an existence, really. It's all spiritual. But in the world of creation, Olam HaBriah, that's when things start to become something from nothing. The next world is Olam HaYetzirah, which I remember when I became observant and I started learning and I heard the word Yetzirah. Yetzirah sounds like creation or formation. It's not correct. That's why I told you thousands of times you can't really learn Torah in Hebrew, in English. Because the world of Yetzirah comes from the word in Hebrew, Tzura. And Tzura is a shape. It's the world where everything gets a shape. In the world of Bria, there's no shapes to things. When you're trying to imagine how a soul looks, soul doesn't have a shape. When he says here that everything that we have in the world below, there's in the world above, there's no shapes. In the world of Yetzirah, it's where it gets a shape. Then, of course, in the world of Asiyah is when it's the world of action, where the shape is formed and put into action. So, in order for Hashem to create the world, so he needs tools. So the first set of tools, it's called otiyot, letters. The next set of tools is called sfirot. And we know about the 10 sfirot. That's how Hashem, so to say, carves the world, creates the world. And more, how he relates with the world. Now, they're called midot and sfirot. I'll explain it now in a different way, that I have expressions. If I have an expression like this, so I'm sad. If my expression is like that, then I'm happy. If my expression is like this, then I'm upset. I mean, my expressions tell you what's going on inside, unless I'm just fooling you. The sfirot, let's call them now impressions. So if the Kadosh Baruch Hu is in a good mood, then the impression will be midat chesed, will be a lot of kindness. If Hashem is not in a good mood, this is my terminology. Don't distort what I'm saying. Then the midah that will shine with gvura will be severity and judgments. I'm just trying to paint it in a way that will be a little bit easier to understand what are these sfirot. And of course, the sfirot are much more complex than expressions, what I'm saying. And of course, every sfira is built from 10 sfirot. So I'm sure you're familiar in Sfirat Omer when we do Chesed Shebechesed, Chesed Shebegvura. And these 10 sfirot that are built from 10 sfirot are also in every world. So we're talking now that we're going to do a 40-day tikkun, and I told you that the 40 days will be broken into segments of 4 times 10 days, corresponding to 4 letters of the Hashem's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, corresponding to the 4 worlds. So there are 10 sfirot in each world. So we have 10, 10, 10, 10. So in the world of Atzilut, there are 10 sfirot. When we are constantly talking about the Sfirot, we're only talking about the Sfirot of the world of Atzilut. When I'm constantly saying the Zir Anpin, the Arich Anpin, it's all only in the world of Atzilut. So here he's saying, if the world of Atzilut is above in level the world of Bria, so the lowest of all the Sfirot of Atzilut will be Malchut. And the highest of all the Sfirot of the world below will be the Keter of the world of Bria. Keter is a connector between the worlds. I'm not going to now put you on the spot, but we learned probably about 2 years ago what is the name of the connector of the Sfirot. What? Yeah, very good. Parsa. There is a connector between the Sfirot. And one might say, yeah, Keter is connecting the worlds. But in between the worlds, there's another, so to say, ring, or a hoop, or something, so to say. The Arizal explains this is called Parsa. And if you just imagine when you're taking 2 pipes and you want to connect them together, there's like a little, like a shoe horse. That's what you say, shoe horse? Horseshoe. Parsa, like a ring that you stretch, you put it in and you close it. So again, this is not what we're talking about, but always good to know. So what does he say here? We'll go a few words back. The Ihu Kashir Dile'ila, the world of Bria, is connected to the world above it, which is the world of Atzilut. How? That this is connected through Malchut of Atzilut. Malchut is the lowest of all the Sfirot in the world of Atzilut, so that's where they're connected. Now, when Malchut of Atzilut will be connected to the next world, what would that be? If you remember, yesterday we were explaining a little bit about what's called Arich Anpin, Kadisha Atika. There's the Keter, there's the crown, and then there's the external part of the Keter and the internal part of the Keter. When the world of Atzilut is connected to the world of Bria, it says, Malchut of Atzilut, the lowest of the world of Atzilut, Ne'eset Atik de Bria. It will become the Pnimiut, the internal part of the Keter, but of the world of Bria. So just imagine how they kind of like get connected to each other. My vision to it.
You're saying Malchus connects back into the next Keter.
Exactly. Yeah. The Malchut of the world above will always penetrate to the Keter of the world below. You know how I imagine it when I was a kid? I mean, I'm sure they have it now. But when I was a kid, they had this fancy pencil. And you would pull the front, put it in the back, and stick it in the back, so the front will come out, a new piece of pencil. You know what I'm talking about? So that's how I imagine that the Malchut of the world above gets stuck from behind, and now it goes down to the next world. That's my imagination. Okay, now, and by that, V'al-yada mekushar olam ha-bria b'olam Atzilut. With this connection, the world of Bria kind of is connected to the world of Atzilut. V'dahu dikut shabrichu ishte doma mineh, and this is when the Kadosh Baruch Hu, which is placed in the Zeir Anpin of Atzilut, noda umusag letzadikim al yedei malchut. How do the tzadikim understand about godliness? Excuse me? Because they are connected to the malchut. That's it. So the greatest of the tzaddikim, they are connected to Malchut of Atzilut, so they have some type of an idea about the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Kama dichtiv, as it says about the world of, about the Zeir Anpin, Pitchu li sharei tzedek. You know where that is from? This is from the book of Tehillim, chapter Kuf Yud Chet, 118. There's a song like that. Pitchu li, you know that song? Sharei tzedek, open to me the gates of righteousness. What are these gates of righteousness? The gates, thank you. The gates of Malchut that are called tzedek, righteousness, or judgment, not really judgment, more like righteousness. So when we're asking for the gates to be open, the gates of Malchut, when the gates of Malchut open, then I can kind of like a skylight. They open the gates, I can see the sky. Where are we going to have the beautiful Achnasat Sefer Torah on Sunday, Be'ezrat Hashem? You'll see, if you come, that it's this gorgeous place, and there's this huge room like this, and the whole room is covered with a skylight, and it's electronic, so it opens, and you see suddenly all the sky. Something out of this world. I lived in Canada many years ago, so the baseball team, they're called Bluebirds, I think. What? Blue Jays. So their stadium then was like with a convertible roof. The roof closed. One time it started raining, they closed the roof. And I was like, wow, I got so excited. So this place where we're going to do the Achnasat Sefer Torah, the roof is a convertible, a whole roof. So same thing here. When we ask him, Pitchu li sharei tzedek, open for me the gates of tzedek, it's open the gates of the Malchut. And then you can look up, wow, you see the world of Atzilut. Now imagine how this is going to look very soon when Hashem is going to decide to open the gates of Shamayim. I don't think many will be able to handle what they see. But the verse in Tehillim says, Pitchu li sharei tzedek, open to me the gates of the Malchut. And what's going to happen? Veikansu banai v'iru et kevodi. My sons, my kids, my boys will come in and see my glory. B, what are they going to understand? Leman dat tzidkot Hashem. Hashem doesn't need, he's not arrogant, chas v'shalom. He doesn't need us to be impressed. But they will see the tzedakot of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. They will see that everything that Hashem does is good. So even when we see horrible things in this world, really it's all the good of Hashem. We just don't see it. We don't understand. Why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? Why I lose my job? Why I lose my loved one? Chas v'shalom. Why did I lose my apartment? I made this deal, invested millions, I lost. Why? I told you already, there's in Hebrew, why? I told you already, there are two questions that are really have to be erased off the planet. Is why and what if? Why you'll never know, and what if is, what do you mean what if? My 5-year-old says, what if we have the keys of the ice cream store? We can have all the ice cream in the world. No, you can't, because he doesn't have all the ice cream in the world in that little store over there. He only has one refrigerator. But they're sitting and fantasizing. What if we have the keys to the gummy store? So what if is a very irrelevant question. What if? Anyways, he says here, we'll go one sentence back, the Kadosh Baruch Hu says, Pitchu li sharei tzedek, open for me the gates of tzedek. What does it really mean? The gates of the Malchut will open, and we will be able to see, we will understand that everything is the tzedakah of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. No such a thing that the Kadosh Baruch Hu is doing something to manipulate me or to... No, everything is a tzedakah. Vekatuv, and it says, Ze hashar laHashem. You continue the verse. Don't say it so loud. Tzadikim yavou bo. Right? This is many people put it on this on the Aron Kodesh. This is the gate to Hashem. The righteous ones will go through it. So the pshat, the simple explanation is there is going to be a gate when we can go through, but only righteous people can go through that gate. Ze hashar laHashem. So, but there's a gate in the world above. There's many, many gates, as we spoke about not once and not twice. But what is this gate that it's referring to? The gate of the Malchut. The Malchut is the cover, then we can't see it. And if that gate will open, what we will see? We will have some type of a hasaga. A hasaga is not even a comprehension. A hasaga is when I grasp something. I can now tell you something, and you're going to nod, and really what's going on in your mind is like, I don't understand a word of what this guy is saying. But I can tell you something, and you grab what I said. This is called hasaga. You're able to understand. Excuse me?
Insight?
Not even insight. I can now tell you something in any category, anything, but you don't understand what I say. And I don't understand what he's saying. But sometimes I can say something, and you're so understanding what I'm saying, you're grabbing what I said. You understand. This is hasaga in Hebrew.
Total levels of understanding.
That's 100%, no doubt. But if this gate will open, then we'll have a hasaga in the Zeir Anpin, which is called Yud Kei Vav Kei. Like I told you many, many times, now we don't grasp, we don't understand Hashem. But very soon, after the world will be corrected, then when Hashem is going to be revealed in this world, so the prophet Yeshayahu says, "V'yada'a de'a ha'aretz et Hashem." Everybody on this planet, of course this is going in further in the years of the redemption, but we're all going to know Hashem. We're all going to see it right in front of us. We're not going to learn from books. We're going to look into the horizon and see the Kadosh Baruch Hu in everything. Everything will see the godliness and the Elokut. V'dahu alma tinyana. This is the second world, the world of Bria. Let's try to quickly do the third world, and I'm going to leave you again on a cliff. For the next day, we're going very slow. So, better slow and thorough than fast and not to get anything. Alma telita'a. The third world is, of course, the world of Yetzirah. Hahu alma tata'a minayhu. This is the world that is the lowest of all of them. Lowest from Bria, lowest from Atzilut. The ishtakach beperuda. Now, there's a problem in this world. This is the first world that there's a separation. In the world of Bria, and so much more so in the world of Atzilut, but in the world of Bria, there's unity. Everything is united. There's no separation. In the world of Yetzirah, since everything gets a shape, now we start having separation and separate entities. It's called Perud. This is a problem. Because in the spiritual world, there's no such a thing. Even in the spiritual world of the world of Yetzirah, there's a separation. Deishtakach beperuda. We find in it perud, a separation. Now there's a bigger problem from there. Ki mechetza tov umechetza ra. Half is good, half is bad. There's a big question everybody asks. Why did Hashem create evil in the world? Why? Why did He create bad, evil, hate, all this stuff? Why ra? Why? Vedahu alma de malachei ilaei sharyan begave. In this world that we're talking about, the world of Yetzirah, that is half good, half bad, in that world, the supreme, or maybe I shouldn't say supreme, the exalted angels exist there. They're created there, and they exist there. The reason why I don't know really the word to use, because in Aramaic it says ilaei, the above. In Hebrew, Elyon, a greater level than the one before. So we'll use the angels above. That's where they dwell. As we know, She'olam HaYetzirah u Olam HaMalachim. We know that the world of Yetzirah is the world of angels. V'Kudsha Brichu ishtakach be v'la ishtakach. The Kadosh Baruch Hu is there, but He's not there. How is that possible? Is He there? He just said He's not there. He's there, but He's not there. You know what it means, He's there, but He's not there? I'm not home right now. My kids, they think I'm home. My energy is there. They know that any moment I can walk in. Now, if they know that I'm now on the other side of the planet, they do whatever they want. They don't know I have hidden cameras everywhere. But I'm not there. He's not here. But I'm there all the time. I have cameras and my energy is there. But now I'm really there because I walk 2 minutes, not even 30 seconds, I'm in my home. So the kids are like, they don't do foolish things, as they say. So this is a very small example that He's there, but He's not there. The honor of the Kadosh Baruch Hu is there. It's almost like walking into a palace and you know the king is somewhere there. Or you're going into a great shul and the rabbi, he's not really there, but the energy is there. Kadosh Baruch Hu is there, but He's not there. Umefaresh. What does it mean He's there, is not there? Ishtakach behashata. Meaning, He's usually there. Right? Why would you say He's usually there? There's a verse. Umelo chol haaretz kevodo. His honor, His respect, His greatness is everywhere. But, kad ba'an li'istakala u'lemindale. If you go into the world of Yetzirah, you would look in it, if you would get some type of a glimpse. How do you say glimpse? Glimpse? Glimpse. Excuse me. If you have some type of a glimpse, you're not going to see anything that resembles godliness in there, if we would look in there. Meaning, in other words, כשרוצים להתבונן בו, when you want to meditate on this world, ולדעת אותו, I mean, what is the greatest level to reach in this world or any other world, is to meditate so deep that I understand what is Hashem. We can't. In this world, nobody can. But maybe some great tzaddikim can. But when he's in the level of Yetzirah, even that we can't even grasp what it means. Godliness. Istalak minayu velait chazei. He's not revealed in the world of Yetzirah. The angels don't see him there. And he's not revealed, and they don't know anything about him. Later on, I mean, if you remember many times that when we pray, then we say that when the Kadosh Baruch Hu does reveal himself, then the angels, they all freeze, right? And when they see him, they start singing, Kadosh, 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 Omlo Chol Haaretz Kevodo, all his world is... They don't see him. They don't understand. But it's an inner feeling. It's I mean, we sometimes have this feeling that I don't know, I don't see, but I feel. For us, it's very, very little. Once in a blue moon, you get like a strong feeling. The angels, they feel. They know, but they don't see and they don't understand anything. Therefore, hu mistalek mehem. He's concealed from them. They don't see him over there. Ve'eno nir'eh, ve'eno musag. He's not revealed, they can't see him, and they can't grasp what Hashem is, but they know of his existence. Ad dechulhu sha'alei. Now they start asking each other. This should be familiar to you. We say it every day. Ayeh mekom kvodo leharitzo. Where is he? Right? And they say, Baruch kevod Adonai mimekomo. Bless is Hashem in his place. Saying in other words, Bechol makom shu nimtza yeh baruch. Anywhere that he is, I can't see him. That's what the angels are saying. I can't see him, but anywhere he is, he should be blessed. V'hai hu alma de lo ishtakach be'tadira. And this is the world that the Kadosh Baruch Hu always is there. Sorry, this world, the Kadosh Baruch Hu is there, but he never reveals himself over there. Or in other words, Ze olam she'en HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitgale. It's a world that the Kadosh Baruch Hu does not reveal himself, but he's there always. Nimtza sham tamid. Which is kind of like what we have here. Hashem doesn't reveal himself in this world, but he's always here. Can you say Hashem is not here? No. There's not one place in the world that doesn't have the existence of the Master of the universe. Let's read one more paragraph. That way it will fit more to today. Tomorrow we'll keep on hanging on the cliff. Now he goes back to what he said before, and he says, Kegav nada, the same way what I just told you, Betzelem Elokim asa et Adam, in the image of God he created man, he explains, Keden itle tlat almin. The same way that the person can correspond and understand that there are three levels, three worlds, and we just explains from below to above, and he says, Alma kadama, the first one, Hai alma de ikre, alma de peruda. If we reversing it right now, we started by saying world of Atzilut, world of Bria, world of Yetzirah. Now he says that, let's say it other way around, going from below to above. So what's the first world? The world of Pirut, Alma de Peruda, world of Yetzirah, where there's a separation. Olam HaRishon hu Olam Hazeh, Olam HaAsiyah. Then the lowest of all, which if we're going reverse, then this is the first world, this is the world of separation. Ki kan efshar lafrid chas v'shalom mikdusha elyona. This world we can separate from the supreme kedusha. A person can live here all his life and not see even one drop of holiness. Uvarnash ishtakach be. And the person exists in this world, but as a soul. And specifically as a nefesh, a lowest part of all souls. Shekol od she'adam chai ba'olam hazeh, as long as the person is alive in this world, how does his soul get connected to the body? Through a level of the soul that is called nefesh. Not the neshama, not the ruach, for sure not chaya and yechida. In order for the soul to be connected to something in this world, it has to go down one level through the other till it comes to the level that's called nefesh. But, velo ishtakach. But it's like as if he's not here. That's a little bit of a mind game. Am I here or am I not here? Because maybe you're not even here. Why? Ki hamita me'utada bechol et. Because any second, death can come upon him and then he's not here anymore. Because really, what is here? As a little piece of the nefesh is here. And if there's death, the nefesh goes back up. Kad ba'an li'istakla be. Now, when you want to observe, meditate, and look here, istalak minayu v'lo itchazei, then the Kadosh Baruch Hu will disappear and not be revealed, saying in other words, Hu met v'niftar min ha'olam. He died and he disappeared from the world. Which means that while we're alive, then we can't see God. That's the deal. You want to see God, you have to die. As it says, V'lo ra'ata nefesh adam et HaKadosh Baruch Hu. En adam ra'ani v'chai. You can't see Hashem and live. So as long as we're here, we are kind of called dead. Because the real life is when they see the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So you want to see the Kadosh Baruch Hu, then you can't see. You can't be here. This world, there's no revelation of Hashem at this point. Later on, Mashiach will come, we'll have a revelation of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. But as long as we're here, there's no revelation of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And if there will be a revelation, it means that you died and you left the world. Saying in other words, let's say it again, Kad be'an li'istakla be, when you want to see the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Many want to see the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Istalak minayu v'lo itchazei. It has to be, Kadosh Baruch Hu conceals himself, he gets away, meaning, klomar, hu met v'niftar min ha'olam. Like as if he died and he disappeared from the world. So now we're going to have to stop here, like yesterday, running out of time. We'll have to cliff hang again, or however you call it. But we're getting a little bit more of an understanding what's going on in the spiritual world, and mainly what I want to know from that, if you remember what did Rabbi Abba said to Rabbi Yehuda, let me tell you a little secret about the virtue or the power of the soul of a human. And he's talking about an neshama, not a nefesh. If I would understand really what I'm made from, if I would understand my spiritual level and what's my mission in this world, then my outlook at the world will be completely different. My place here in this world right now is not to understand why Hashem created the world, is what am I doing with my time in this world. Now when I understand where I came from, it's almost like now a person will be homeless. No money, no job, living in a box. And suddenly somebody comes and tells him, get up, what are you doing? You know who you are? You are the son of the king. I'm the son of the king. Yeah, just go back to the palace, wash yourself up, clean your clothes. Your father's the king, you'll have everything. So same thing here. I'm thinking here that I'm a simple human being. Nobody came to tell me, you know who you are? You know where you came from? You are royalty. You are something special. Why are you dealing with nonsense? You have to deal with lofty things. So now we have to understand really where we came from. That we came from a very lofty place and we have a mission here. We didn't come here to eat or to sleep or to be on Facebook. We came here to do a great tikkun. And of course, later on we will go back to where we came from and then everything will be clear. So for now, we just want to slowly start understanding that there's a much greater structure of the spiritual world, much more than what we think. And the importance why we need to learn on that is first of all to know what to do in this world. Second of all, that very soon this is all going to be revealed, so it's not going to become a shock or a surprise. I learned about it. I already know what's going on. B'ezrat Hashem, we prepare ourselves the right way, then when Mashiach is going to come, it's not going to be a big shock. Rather, it's going to be a great blessing. We'll finally accept the ultimate revelation of seeing the Kadosh Baruch Hu with our own eyes. B'ezrat Hashem, this should happen very soon. רבי חנניה בן הקשיא אומר רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל, לפיכך הרבה להם תורה ומצוות שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה ויהדות.